Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kate. This is Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper, and I have a new vlog for you today. Currently it is Sunday the 15th of February. I have spent pretty much this whole weekend working on video stuff for the channel. A lot of it has to do with the video that's coming out next weekend for Fairy Tales and Folklore Week 3. I did the voiceover for that video as well as recorded a little something special that I'm gonna be linking to in that video. So you'll probably have seen that before you see this, but it is a audiobook. Basically, I recorded an audiobook version of a book that my son Fletcher wrote, and recording an audiobook is no joke. I have major respect for any audiobook narrators out there. My throat is wrecked from recording that this weekend, and it was only like an hour long. So that is definitely not an easy job, but hopefully it doesn't sound too bad in the end. I am nowhere near professional. I did manage to get one section of diamond painting done over the weekend so far, which is a section on Maleficent's curse that I had spun a while ago. So now that that is complete, I am officially over halfway done with that one, and I spun Red Riding Hood to work on next. I'm thinking I might try to get in a section of that before I have to go to bed tonight. It is 3:45 in the morning, so I still have some time. Oh, I wanted to show you guys what my sister-in-law got me at the coast. They went to the coast for Valentine's Day, she and her husband, my brother-in-law, and we had their son over to hang out with Casey, my nephew Preston. And so while they were at the coast, they found my favorite coast souvenir that I look for every time I'm at the beach, and it's the biggest jawbreaker you have ever seen in your life. This thing is heavy, and it takes months to go through it, but I love them so much. I definitely will take longer with it this time. This is the first time I've had one again since my diabetes diagnosis, so I can't like sit there and work on this all day long every day, but it'll definitely be a special treat when I can have some. I did play some Star Sand Island yesterday and a little bit today, but most of my weekend has definitely been taken up by video stuff. So I feel really accomplished to have those things done, and now I'm ready to do some diamond painting before bed and just relax. I didn't get much of that this weekend because of all the editing and recording I was doing, but that stuff needed to get done, so I'm glad it's done. This week, I could take tomorrow off since it's President's Day, but I think I'll work it because what I'd rather do is take Friday off because Friday's my birthday. So it'd be nice to not work on my birthday. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I finished another section on Red Riding Hood, and now it's definitely bedtime. I'm at 70% on Game Changer, my book that I'm currently reading, and it's good. The third act tension is some of the best I've read in romance because it's between a hockey player and a regular guy, you know, and trying to figure out how to navigate a situation where your boyfriend is famous, and if you go out with him, people notice and all that stuff. I think it makes for some really realistic kind of tension. But there is some like insta love going on. Like they met and it's only been a couple weeks and they're in love and together for a couple months, and now we're at the tension part of it where the newness is wearing off and they're realizing how hard it is to actually be in a relationship like that. So I don't know how much I liked the instant nature of their relationship, but I'm liking the second part where it's like the getting close to like the third act breakup kind of thing of romance. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, it's not my favorite romance I've ever read, and the hockey parts I just kind of skim through with my mind not really paying much attention. So I don't care so much about the sports part of it. There's not too much of it in there though. So I don't know, we'll see. I am looking forward to being done with it, which is not a great sign. But I have some other books that I'm more excited to read, so only 30% left. It won't take me but a couple hours, so probably tomorrow if I get any time to listen. Anyway, I'm headed to bed. Tomorrow's a work day, I think, and I will check in with you guys when I can. Snake in a cat bed. Hey guys, it's Monday night. Today was a rough one. Sort of content warning for pet illness. Everything's fine right now, but if that's not something you want to hear right now, skip ahead a little ways. My husband, when I woke up, told me that something had happened with Fix-It Felix Jr., my black cat, where my husband has a blanket on his desk that the cats like to lay on, you know, a normal height desk, and apparently Fix-It had fallen off the desk from that blanket onto a blanket that was on the floor that my husband keeps there for the dogs to lay on. And after he fell, he kind of didn't want to stand up. He was laying on his side and kind of yowling a little bit and just freaking out a little, but not wanting to move. And it took 5 to 10 minutes before he eventually sat up, but then he didn't want to get up any further or walk around or anything, but he was purring. Anyway, it was really weird. And once I got up, it was like a little time after that, he still didn't want to move around very much. So I tried to call our vet and see if they had any appointments available today, and they didn't, of course. So I took him to the emergency vet because that's just weird, right? Anyway, long story short, they decided to do blood work because to them it sounded like a heart issue, like a syncope fainting issue where he fainted. The blood work came back mostly normal, except for his white blood cell count was elevated, which could mean a lot of things. One of the things it could mean is cancer. One of the things it could mean is like heart disease. The blood work did rule out some things. His thyroid's fine, his kidneys are fine, he doesn't have an infection. So basically, we ruled out some stuff, but we still don't know what happened. And we could have done more tests, but it would be hard to tell whether or not we'd learn any answers from those. And we were already $800 in. So the other option is to bring him home and wait and see if he has another episode like that and try to film it so we could show it to them if it happens again. So that's what we're doing. He has been fine the rest of the day. He was cuddling me, purring like usual, yelling at us like usual when we walked down the hall, you know, his normal stuff. So I don't know what happened. It was really strange. He's 16 years old. For some reason, 16 is kind of a cursed age for our cats. We've lost our previous 2 cats at age 16. So I'm kind of like, I don't love this. I guess we'll see what happens. So that was a rough way to start off the day. And then, of course, I got a late start to work because I took him to the vet. So then I worked late so that I could catch up. But it's like 2 a.m. now, and I did finish a section on Maleficent's curse when I got done working, and there's a lot of other stuff I could and should be doing right now, but I'm like really tired and really sad and I think I'm just gonna maybe go to bed and try to read a little bit in bed and, you know, start over tomorrow, I guess. But I hope you guys are having a happy Monday. I'll check in with you later.
Please don't take that here. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to be there.
Your bowl is empty? Oh no! Oh no, should I feed you? I should feed you. I'm sorry. I should feed you? Yeah. She says, feed me already. Feed me. Hey guys, it is Friday, February 20th, and it's my birthday. I haven't sat down to talk to you guys in several days because it's been a busy week. On Tuesday, Fletcher and Charlie came up to visit me because they couldn't be here today because they work on Fridays. So we had a great time just hanging out, and we played some games, lots of games. Went out to brunch the next day, which was really nice, and it was just really fun having them here and hanging out. Other than that, I've just mostly been working, trying to get stuff buttoned up enough that I could take today off, because I just feel like we're gonna have a lot of stuff to do tonight, playing games, and I thought about maybe going somewhere for dinner, but I think we might just order in, because then we could like play more games here. And my husband and I had this just random idea to research karaoke machines and karaoke microphones, because last year at Sam's birthday we went to a place that had a karaoke room that you could rent, and it was really fun, and we've done that a couple of times. And I thought, well, if it's not too expensive, we could just play YouTube karaoke videos, and if we had like a speaker with mics hooked up to it, we could do karaoke at home. So we got that today, and I think it's gonna be so much fun. I already did one song just to test it, and it's kind of interesting because you really have to like be forceful into the mic and hold it really close for it to pick up your voice. So it kind of, your voice cuts out a little bit, but it's just for fun, so it's fine. I think that's gonna be a blast. We're gonna do that tonight. What else? My dad just got here, and he got me my favorite candies from C's Candy, these butterscotch squares. I don't have them very often because they're, you know, just pure sugar, but they're so good. And he also made sin pie for my birthday cake, because that's what I requested, and he was nice enough to make it for me. It's got a layer at the bottom that's like finely chopped nuts with butter and flour, and then you bake it until it gets firm. And then once it cools, you put on a layer of chocolate pudding, and then a layer of cream cheese mixed with powdered sugar, and then a layer of vanilla pudding, and then Cool Whip on top with shaved up candy bar on the very top. And it's so good. They call it sin pie for a reason. So we're gonna have that tonight. And then he surprised me by also bringing one of my favorite dishes that literally nobody else likes but him and me. It's called Special K Loaf, because it's like a vegetarian meatloaf, but it's made with Kellogg's Special K cereal and nuts. And I'm not vegetarian, but I love that stuff, and he made it for me so that I can have some today, even though nobody else likes it. But I guess if you're gonna have a meal that is only for you, that no one else likes, your birthday is the time to do that, right? Anyway, I just wanted to check in a little bit because it's been a while since we chatted. I finished Game Changer by Rachel Reed, I think her name is, and it was tough to get through because of the narration. And the book itself was good. It just wasn't anything special to me. Like, it was just, you know, average run-of-the-mill romance kind of thing. So I rated it 3 stars, and I might continue that series later on when I can borrow the next one from Libby. But my next hold came in for a book by Elise Myers, that's a great question. I'd love to tell you. And so I'm going to read that one next. It's only going to take me less than 3 hours to read it because it's pretty short. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I just have a lot of fun things on my list to read coming up soon in my Libby. And barring that, I have a lot of stuff waiting for me on Audible to read that are more new releases that I purchased with my Audible credits and haven't had a chance to listen to yet because my Libby books keep popping up for me. So I'm excited to get to those too. Fairy Tales and Folklore Week 3 video is all scheduled and ready to go for tomorrow. I hope you guys liked it if you watched. It's just a big batch of book recommendations. Yeah, I was being pretty self-indulgent there, but fairy tales and folklore are all about stories. And so if you like fairy tales and folklore, you like stories. So I figured it was a no-brainer to recommend some fairy tale themed books and stories. But yeah, I am gonna let you guys go and see what we get up to tonight. I'll try and vlog whatever I can, and I'll check in with you guys again soon. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, carry on. It is now early morning on Saturday. I haven't been to sleep yet. I have a friend in my lap who's very happy to be in my lap. But he needs to get down soon because I gotta go to bed. But I had the best birthday. We sung karaoke, my dad, my son Casey, and my daughter Sam, all night. And then we ordered some dinner from Buffalo Wild Wings and had some sin pie for dessert. And then Sam and I played this game called Split Fiction for hours, which is a like 2-player co-op game. And it's super fun, super creative. The story is amazing. I got it for Sam for Christmas, I think. And so far, she's only played it with her boyfriend, Adrian, and I hadn't tried it, but we played it together tonight and it was so much fun. So that was a blast. And then Sam's laptop got pretty hot, so we stopped playing that and watched an episode of Wero the Great's Disney video essays while we diamond painted. And I got a small section done on Chocolate Dream, and Sam got some done on her diamond painting that's been here for years that she works on whenever we diamond paint when she's here. But now it is pretty late, and I'm gonna go to bed. That's right, and you have to get down. Yeah. And get up tomorrow and hopefully hang out a little bit more before Sam has to go home. But yeah, it was a really fun birthday, and I'm excited to do more stuff tomorrow. You're like, slip in here. You look so grumpy. You're not grumpy. He's purring. Anyway, I'll chat with you guys tomorrow probably. Oh my goodness. Yeah? Hey guys, it is late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. I am about to go to bed. We woke up kind of early today to hang out with Sam before Sam left. And she actually got to stay till almost 7 p.m. So we woke up at 11:30 because we stayed up late last night playing Split Fiction and all that stuff. And then today we woke up at 11:30 and my dad came over and we played some more games. We played board games this time mostly, like code names, and this game called All of Us, which is a trivia game. Kind of, you answer questions based on your generation. So everyone can play, and the trivia questions are kind of aimed at stuff you might actually be able to answer based on when you were born. And that was fun. Played some Disney trivia and some Dr. Mario tournament. I love that. And then my dad went home after we had some snacks, leftovers from my birthday meal. And Sam and I did blind karaoke for a bit where the other person chooses a song and you have to turn around so you can't see. And then the song starts playing and you have to try to sing along with it without knowing what they were going to pick, which was really fun. Not easy, but fun. It isn't even easy as the person choosing the song. Let's see if any dogs are ready to come in. Because you're supposed to try to choose one that has a long enough intro that the person actually has a chance of being able to get what the song is and come in on the starting line of the song. And the very first song I picked had like no intro before the lyrics started going off, because it's hard to remember what the very beginning of a song sounds like when you're listening to a bunch of songs in a row. Come on. But yeah, that was fun, and we did that for a little bit before Sam left. And then I did get some diamond painting in this evening. I finished a couple of sections. One was on Chocolate Dream and the other was on Red Riding Hood. And then I spun Red Riding Hood again, but I haven't done the next section on that. Instead, I'm doing some drawing. So that is something I've been in the mood for recently that I'm going to be doing more of probably this week. All right, that's 3 for 3. So I'm gonna go to bed, but I just wanted to check in with you guys, and I hope you had a good Saturday. Tomorrow, I don't think we have anything planned, so I'm just gonna probably draw, maybe diamond paint some. Oh, I did finish a book today. It was that one by Elise Myers. That's a great question. I would love to tell you, and it was really good. It's just kind of little snippets of stories from her lifetime in her perspective, and I felt like I related a lot to kind of her social anxiety and how she didn't quite understand the way she's supposed to interact with other people, and how that led to some very confusing times in her life or awkward times, and also some sweet moments. Like, it made me cry towards the end because I thought it was really sweet. It was a pretty short book. I gave it 5 stars. It's sort of autobiographical, but even if it wasn't, I thought it was really well written and fun to read and sweet, so loved it. And then just as I finished that one, The Seven Rings showed up in my Libby, ready to be borrowed, which is the final book in the trilogy by Nora Roberts. I think it's called the Inheritance Trilogy. It's her ghost story one. And that book came out in November, I think, and I just now getting it showing up for me in my Libby. So I'm excited to finish up that series. Okay, I think that's all the updates. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow probably. I finally was able to get some of my plants repotted. They were needing to expand into larger sizes, so I was glad to get that done. Hey guys, it is Monday night and I have some Happy Meal to open up and I'm so excited. So we're gonna do it together. First off, this is the Patreon mail from Mrs. Butter D for, I believe, February. And so this is the one I thought I was gonna get last month that is gonna be the one inspired by Howl's Moving Castle. So I'm very excited to see these in person. So let's get into them. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, let's open this up. Sorry, I've had enough of running away, Sophie. Now I've got something I want to protect. It's you. Howl. Oh my gosh, this make me want to watch this movie. I still haven't done that, you guys. It's so pretty. Okay. I've always loved the imagery of this movie, so it's definitely one I want to watch at some point. Look at that beautiful Howl and Calcifer sticker. And then we have Calcifer for the collector card for February 2026. And then, of course, our beautiful print. So gorgeous. I love the way she draws these flowers, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna put these aside and we're gonna look at my other bit of Happy Meal. So this is from Archer and Olive, and you might be seeing unboxings like this from other people as well because we all kind of enabled each other. And I am so excited. This spring drop from Archer and Olive, just like it had our number. Like, it's everything we wanted in a notebook, and multiple different notebooks. So since this dropped, like, I think the day before my birthday, I kind of I splurged a little bit as a birthday present to me. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna take out my invoice. Okay, we have a little pamphlet here that just talks about their story and gives a little info on their business. I love the shape and setup of this. And now we'll get into the meat of things. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got this box. We have some washi tape. We'll get into that. We have this slightly bigger box. And we have the biggest of all. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get rid of this box. Okay, I think we're gonna go smallest to biggest here. So let's start with the washi tape. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is the Books of Beauty washi tape set. So I don't know if that's focusing. Is that focused? I think so. This one's some roses. This is just some flowers. Really pretty color palette. Hopefully that's focused. I can't tell. My eyes. Then we have this big one that's just books. Look at that. Ugh. Love. And our last one is like some envelopes and roses and stationery and books, of course. So that is our washi tape set. All right. The rest of these are journals, and I decided to go with a different size for each one because I honestly don't know what I'm going to use them for yet. I have a suspicion, but I wanted to get one of each size and see what felt best to me. So we will start smallest. Oh, look, it says enchanted chapters on the side. Oh wait, let's put these all side by side here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's so cool. We've got the sword, the rose, and the dragon. Oh my goodness. These are so amazing. Like, they did a bang up job with the packaging on these, you guys. I love these. It's like I don't even want to disturb it, you know, because it's so pretty. But I do, because I got to see the actual journals. Okay, so we've got a little slide out part, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. The way this feels, this is like imitation leather. Oh, look at the back. Oh my gosh, this is their traveler's notebook size. And I got it in, oh, look at, oh my gosh. I got it in bullet journal style because to me that's kind of the best of both worlds because you can write in straight lines if you want, but you could also draw in here and the bullet, like the little bullets don't take away too much from what you put in here. Oh, I love the shape of this so much. This is so awesome. Okay, it's got these two little bookmarks with their little Archer and Olive logo. And the back has like a little pocket you can hold stuff in. I was thinking this might be a fun size to do like a diamond painting logbook, maybe, if it's not too small. You know what? I'm just noticing that here on mine, some of the gold foiling is flaked off these corners. Like this one's pristine. These four, or these three, I don't know, I might email them about that because I don't feel like it's supposed to be that way. So I might check in with them and see what they say. Editing Kate here with a little update. I did email them and they got back to me pretty much right away and said that they were going to go ahead and send me a new journal and that I could keep the old one. So that's pretty much like the best response I could have gotten. So yeah, I'll be getting that new one soon and then I'll have two. But anyway, yeah, that is so gorgeous. Okay, so that is journal number 1. Number 2. This is the one that I was thinking would make a fantastic reading journal if I ever decided to start keeping a reading journal. And you'll see why when I open it up here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Look at how gorgeous that is. These journals are sincerely some of the prettiest notebooks I have ever seen in my life, you guys. I am a sucker for notebooks. Even if I never use them, owning them and just the fact that I can see all these blank pages of potential, like, I don't know what it is, but it definitely does something to my brain. It makes me so happy. I love the color of these ribbons for the bookmarks. So, 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 so pretty. This one, they'll all have a little pocket in the back, so they all have that. What does the inside page look like? Oh my gosh. That is so gorgeous. This has Beauty and the Beast written all over it, you guys. Like, tell me this is Beauty and the Beast without telling me, right? I mean, we have roses, we have books, and we have a teacup. Like, it's Beauty and the Beast, 100%. And I can't get enough. I love it. This just has like a little note inside it about what they hope that this notebook will help you for, and just some history about the way the business started and stuff. So that's really cute. Okay, this is definitely my most anticipated one, you guys. I am very much looking forward to seeing this in person. The other two, extremely gorgeous. So very happy with them. Very thrilled that I have them. This one is like the piece de resistance, which I can't say correctly, but you know what I mean. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, I cannot get over how absolutely perfect and amazing and wonderful this is. It is so gorgeous. That's so pretty. What's the inside? Let's look. Oh, it's like dragon scales. That's so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay. We have, of course, some purple ribbons here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. This is quite large. This is, I think, B6 or B5. One of them, I think it's B6, and one was A6. I think that's this one, and then this is the traveler size. Please don't quote me. Actually, let me look at the invoice. Okay, A5, B5. I was wrong. Of course I was wrong. This is B5, this is A5, and this is the traveler's notebook, and that's the only one I got right because it didn't have like an actual letter grade. I know, I'm ridiculous. Okay, but here's like the size difference. These are the same height, just different widths, and this one is both taller and wider. They are so pretty. Don't forget the washi tape. I cannot get over all of these. They are amazing. Happy birthday to me. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. You guys, I got up at 7 a.m. after like an hour and a half of sleep to try and order these, and I was like freaking out and pushing buttons as fast as I could because I'm not used to ordering from Archer and Olive. I don't do that very often. And I actually purchased the wrong washi tape, and I couldn't even find the dragon washi tape that I wanted to order, and I was afraid the books would sell out, so I just threw stuff in my cart, and then I emailed them after the fact and was like, I was actually trying to purchase the Books of Beauty washi tape set, not the one that I did purchase. Is there any way you could switch those out for me? And they actually never responded, but later when my order shipped, it had the correct one, the correct washi tape with it. So I guess they saw my email. I appreciated that so much. So anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so thrilled right now. Hey guys. It is Thursday. I am working from bed, which is the best. And I have the best helper. He's so cute. I am working on an art project for work. So if that goes well, you guys will see it in a few months. Fingers crossed. I am also watching Katya's first vlog. She actually has a few out, but I didn't notice it till just now. I watched a video from her a while ago, and I think it was an unboxing, and I didn't realize that there were vlogs out, and vlogs are my favorite, so I am now catching up on those while I work, which is perfect because I can just have that on in the background while I'm drawing. I think I'm gonna go cook dinner though. I've been working on this art project all week, so I haven't diamond painted at all this week and I'm missing it, but I told myself, because I'm having such trouble finishing art pieces, I told myself he's so cute that I'm gonna finish this artwork before I let myself diamond paint again. So I'm trying to be strong and do that. But I'm gonna go make baked ziti, I think, for dinner and feed the dogs, and then I will get back to drawing. But he's so comfy. He's so comfy and happy. It is now Thursday evening. I did finish a good, like the whole background of the art that I was working on, and I'm at a pause point because I'm waiting for some feedback. So I think I'm gonna actually diamond paint for the first time in like a week. I'm so excited. I don't actually know how long it's been precisely, but I haven't been reading or anything this week either. I've just been like nose to the grindstone. But as you can see, I got my new chair. This is my new office chair that my husband got me for my birthday, and it's so nice to have like a real chair again that isn't covered with a towel because it's all torn up by cats. But it's pink and it's very comfy. It's got a little footstool that comes out and it swivels and it can recline, and yeah, it's really, really nice. So I'm very excited to have it because it makes sitting in my office all day just a lot more comfortable. And yeah, really excited about that. I couldn't remember if I told you guys about it. It got here 3 days ago, I think. And I haven't vlogged or anything for that amount of time, I don't think, hardly. So just wanted to update you guys. Also, my friends got me a gift card to Blick Art Supplies for my birthday, and I wanted to show you my little haul. 1 second. I'm so excited about this. So I got a 20 set of Ohuhu skin tone markers, and these have a brush nib and a bullet nib, so they're going to be great for if I want to do any coloring or just artwork. They'll be great skin tones to have for that. They're so cute. And then I got this adorable little set of gouache, and these come in like little tubes, and they're actually not that little, but these are artist quality gouache, which I have never splurged on because I feel like I don't paint enough to justify it. But because they got me a gift card, I was like, well, what better time to splurge on something like this? So I got a primary set with just, you know, the red, yellow, blue, black, and white, and you can make most of the colors you need using those. And I'm really excited to try it. I've only ever tried student quality gouache, so I'm a little nervous to use it up. And that's the problem with getting quality art supplies, is actually using them and not being too nervous about it. And then I also got some acrylic gouache, which is different from regular gouache. Acrylic gouache doesn't re-wet after it dries. Regular gouache, you can put water on it and like mix it again and stuff unlimited times after it dries, but acrylic gouache is more like acrylic paint where it stays put once you put it down, and you can't like put water on it and change it up after, but you can paint over it because it's opaque unless you water it down a lot. So excited for these. I got an 18 set of these. I'm gonna try to show you the colors without making them all fall out. Hold on. Oh, they're so pretty. Look at all those pretty colors. I love it so much. And then the last thing that I got with my gift card was a Strathmore toned gray sketchbook. So I can use colored pencils in here, and it's gray paper, so even the white will show up, and I'm really excited about that. I don't have any gray paper, and Strathmore is such a good brand for sketchbooks, so I'm really excited to try this out. I think it'll work for the paint too. It just says it's sketch paper, so I'm not sure how well it will take paint, but the pages seem, you know, fairly sturdy. But definitely it'll work with my colored pencils. So yeah, so that's my little art haul for my birthday. And then my son Fletcher made me banana bread when he came to visit, so that was delicious. And yeah, I got I got all the visits from my kids, which is the only gift I ever need. Plus, my husband got me that karaoke machine too. We had such a fun time when Sam was here and my dad came over and Casey was singing with us, and my husband was even singing along from, you know, far away. But yeah, that was a really fun time. So I had a great birthday, and it's been, wow, tomorrow will already be a week since my birthday happened. But yeah, I spun Red Riding Hood, so I'm gonna do a section of that while I kind of decompress a little bit, and then maybe I'll try and edit this vlog a little bit so I can have it up this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll have time to fully do that, but we'll see. Okay, I finished that first section and then I spun this one again. So since it was just a section and a little bit, I finished off this batch as like one section. And with that, I am officially halfway through this kit, which I didn't think was gonna happen this month. So that's awesome. I will get, oh my gosh, you're so loud. He's been in that box like for an hour. He really likes that box, which is what my art supplies came in. Anyway, sorry for the noise. I will get a better like recording of what this looks like halfway done in a bit. It's too big for me to lay out here on my desk, but yeah, halfway done with this. I haven't, oh my goodness, loud boy. Excuse my mess over here, but he likes to get in my box and chew on plastic because that's just, it's his fault. These are all over the floor. Anyway, I didn't get anything edited on this vlog because I just wanted to diamond paint and catch up on some YouTube. So that's what I did. And now it is 3:18, so I could go to bed now, or I could edit a little bit. Or if I wanted to, I could diamond paint more. So I kind of like being halfway done with this one at the end of this month. So I don't know if I want to roll again. I mean, I'm probably, it doesn't matter because I'm probably going to diamond paint tomorrow night, I would assume. And I might get this one. It's weighted the heaviest on my, it's weighted the heaviest on my whip wheel. So it's very likely I'd get this one again. So, but I'm just gonna, at least, this is the Sebastian show. I'm just gonna at least go and film the halfway point and then figure out what I'm doing after that. So yeah. Sebastian. He's my buddy. We spent a lot of time together today. I ended up editing a tiny bit, but not too much. Mostly I just sat there and watched YouTube and caught up on videos and stuff. I did not do another section. It's only been like an hour, and I'm gonna go to bed because I am very tired. Hoping I can finish up my art project for work tomorrow, and then have the weekend to chill out and diamond paint and all that. So we'll see how it goes. Bless you. Hey guys, happy Friday. It is Friday the 27th, and my friend Jess is coming to pick me up, and we are going to go to the casino because we have this tradition that whenever it's her birthday or my birthday, we spend some time at the casino together, and that is what we're doing tonight. It's about a week late because my birthday was a week ago today, but we are going tonight, and we're going to try out the buffet this time and just see what we can get up to. What you got?
So we have our cinnamon. We're here at the Spirit Mountain Casino, ready to win some big money.
Fingers crossed.
So cinnamon is meant for abundance and prosperity.
Okay.
So
it's so abundant you can't even get it out of the jar.
Yeah. So we have our stick each.
Maybe. Yes. Okay.
And just have your good intentions. Prosperous, abundant intentions.
Money, 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 money.
And we'll have to check back in at the end of the night.
We'll show you how we did. Okay, we're gonna try sushi for the first time because neither of us are big fans, but we're at a buffet. So we both got like this California roll thing.
Wait, I'm trying to choose. Oh no.
Mine's falling apart. Are we just gonna like pop the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's not my favorite. What do you think?
No. Not for me.
There you have it, folks. Oh my gosh. Mini was $10. Whoa, wait, what is that one? $30. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. One spin left. Okay. Dude. Oh my god. It's still Friday night. I am back from the casino. It was such a fun time. I actually came out ahead for once, like pretty far ahead. Michaela over at Michaela Renee gave us some tips about which slot machines we should try to find. And I did find one of the ones she recommended, and it's called Mo Money. And I was looking over at Jessica's machine because she had hit like a bonus, and my machine started going on its own, like when I didn't press the button. So I thought that was confusing, but I went back to playing and I started winning like big amounts. Like I won several $30 bonuses over and over. And then it got to one of the bonus games. You guys, I won $355 on one bonus game. And I was like, what is going on here? Because I'm always betting the minimum bet, which is like 75 cents. And I'm like, I never win this much. And then Jessica looks down, she's like, you're betting $7.50 every time. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I accidentally hit that button or if it did it on its own or what, but yeah, I had won enough that I wasn't like watching my spins like a hawk because I'm thinking, okay, I have enough that I can do several 75-cent spins and not worry about it. No, I was betting $7.50 every single time I spun. In this case, it worked out because it jumped up to like, I think I cashed that out at almost $500. It was insane. So I guess the lesson from that is if you want to win big amounts, you have to bet large amounts, which means you could also lose large amounts. I'm usually too chicken to do that. This time it paid off on accident. Anyway, you guys might have seen we also did the buffet, which this place that we usually go to has been famous for their buffet ever since I moved here and started going there. But then in 2020, their buffet closed down and they recently brought it back, but they only have like seafood nights. And so we were thinking, and neither of us are big seafood fans, but we're thinking, well, if they have other stuff, they gotta have other stuff too, not just seafood, right? So maybe it'll be worth it, right? So it was $65 for this buffet. And you guys, it was almost all seafood. They did have some prime rib and ham. I don't like ham, but the prime rib was really good. And they had some sides that I liked, like mashed potatoes and gravy and salad. And they had some good desserts. I don't know if I ate enough for $65 to be worth it, but at least now we know that it's mostly seafood. So it would probably just work better for us to eat in the sports bar like we usually do. But I guess we wouldn't have known that unless we tried. And as you guys probably saw, we tried some sushi because we were at a buffet, and what better time to try new foods that you don't know if you'll like than at a buffet where you can just, get more food if you don't like that food. It was so gross. You guys, I don't know how anyone likes that stuff. To be honest, I didn't think I would like it. But I'm not opposed to trying new things, if I can do it in a safe way like that. So I tried it. I can say I tried it. I've never tried sushi before, and now I have. And I was right. I don't like it. And neither did Jess. Anyway, that was a really fun time. We were there for quite a while because we were hitting pretty good luck on our machines, enough that we didn't lose so fast that we had to leave real quick. So that was a good time. I think I needed that. And now I am back to working again, but I just wanted to update you guys before it left my head. Oh, and another funny thing happened right before we went to the casino. I dropped in on Michaela's and Natalie's book club meeting, even though I didn't get to read the book because it never showed up in my Libby in time. I had it on hold, and it told me it was going to be several weeks, and like 4 weeks, and it never showed up. But then I left to go to the casino, and as I'm at the casino and we're eating dinner, I get a notification from Libby that was like, hey, this book is available for you. And I was like, no way, the day that the monthly live happens, now I finally get it. So I took a screenshot and I sent it to Michaela, and Michaela was like, wait, I think that's the copy that I just returned. Because Michaela showed me that you can get a library card at the Queens Public Library for like $50 a year, and then you have another library that you can borrow books from. And that's where I actually get most of my books, because my library that I have on Libby doesn't have as many books, and the ones they do have, the wait is longer a lot of the time. So I use the Queens Library card for most of my holds, and Michaela also uses that. And I think it was the book that she returned that then came to me. So she was like, I'm the reason you couldn't read this month's book club book. It was really funny. So that is my story for today. It is Friday the 27th, and I am still doing that project I was working on, and it's gonna be done by the end of this weekend, hopefully by the end of tonight, but we'll see how it goes. And other than that, I finally get to do some more diamond painting again when I'm done with it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am going to try and film my month in review tomorrow or Sunday. I was thinking I could film it tomorrow and then have it up for Sunday, and then put this vlog out next weekend, but I'm thinking I might flip-flop it because I do have 2 weeks of footage on this vlog already. So as long as I have enough time to edit it this weekend around that project I'm doing, I can probably put this up either Sunday or Monday, and you'll be seeing this. So that's my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I don't know if I'll film for this vlog tomorrow or not, but at least I'll film to say goodbye if I don't film anything else. So talk to you guys then. Hey guys, it's Sunday, and guess what? I finished that artwork I was working on. It took me like a full week, but it is done, and I'm so happy. And it's about 6:37 p.m. now, and I get to have some of my weekend to do whatever I want, which is awesome. So I'm diamond painting because I missed it a lot this week. Anyway, I spun Red Riding Hood, as you can see, and I am working on like an extra large section because the first section on the sides of here is like pretty small. So I usually go ahead, and it's usually pretty heavy color blocking, so I typically combine it with another section unless I'm short for time for whatever reason, and today I'm not anymore. So I am excitedly working on this, and I thought I'd update you guys a little bit. just because I had mentioned I might have this vlog out today. Today's Sunday, but I just finished that artwork, so I hadn't had time to edit this video because I wanted to have that artwork done by the end of this weekend, and I did. Yay! And now I will probably maybe try to edit this tonight to have out for you tomorrow. I'm still not sure because I'm kind of like wanting to relax a little bit, but we'll see. I did have some of it edited from before, like the beginning parts. I was actually on it enough to have gotten some of that done when I first started filming, so I don't have to edit it all from scratch, but there's a lot left to do, so we'll see. I'm still not sure, but oh my gosh, I was browsing on Facebook the other day, and I saw this thing for, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about Brandon Sanderson and his books. I love them so much, but there is an event happening in Utah in September that's like a book retreat for, it's themed on Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn trilogy, and it's so awesome. Like, it's a very small scale retreat. It's all happening in a big house, but they're doing some really fun events. Like, the first night there's a murder mystery dinner themed on Mistborn. And then there's also going to be a tournament of the Mistborn deck building game, the one that I play with Fletcher and Charlie sometimes, that Fletcher got for Christmas last year. Yeah. And then they're doing like a Mistborn Mafia game, like that Mafia game that I play with my kids, except it's going to be Mistborn themed. But the coolest part, in my opinion, is that since it's in Utah, which is where Dragonsteel is, they are having the official Dragonsteel artist, Howard Lyon, one of the official artists. He has done a lot of the official artwork for Brandon Sanderson's books. They're having him come in and do a paint along with everybody. So like you get to paint one of the characters from the novels with him, and he teaches you step by step how to do it. And you guys, the way that I just about dropped dead when I saw that. I did look into it, but it is very spendy. It is, I think for just me, if I wanted to share a room with somebody, it would cost me $1,600 for like, but that, I mean, that includes meals and all the activities and everything along with the room for like 3 days. I think 2 or 3 nights. And so, I mean, it's probably worth it if you can afford it. I just don't think I can. And if I was to go, I'd want like my kids to go with me or someone else I know, so I'm not there by myself. And obviously my kids can't afford it, so I would be paying for them too. And so then you have to add flights on. So it gets pretty spendy. I think it would be an amazing experience, and I hope they do more like that, and maybe I can save up or something, because I'm already going to the Crafters Paradise retreat in July this year, and I don't think, I could go to both, obviously. But, if they do something like this is the first I've heard of it. If they do something like this every year, maybe I can start saving up. But the thing is that the kids and I have kind of already started planning going back to Dragonsteel Convention in December of, I think it's 2028 is when the next Mistborn novel is going to be released. And we want to be at Dragonsteel for that release because we are very excited about that book. If you don't know anything about the Mistborn series, he started working on this series with a plan to have it go through several different eras, because he noticed in a lot of fantasy, basically whatever era it's in, it stays there for the entire length of the series. And he wanted to have it where he had several different eras pass in world. So the first Mistborn trilogy is that sword and sorcery type where they don't have any kind of modern technology. But then in the next era, Mistborn Era 2, which is already out, it's kind of like a steampunk western. So they have trains and cars and firearms and stuff like that because the world has progressed. Oh my gosh, my dog is walking around making noise. I'm sorry. Lay down, Chewy. And then the third era is the one that's going to start coming out in 2028. I think it's going to be 3 books, and it's going to be 2028, 2029, and 2030, I believe, because he's writing them all at once right now, and then he's going to release them a year apart. So that one's going to be kind of 80s cyberpunk, and I am so excited for that because not only do they progress through the ages, but they also incorporate the very particular magic of the planet that they're on. So in the Era 2 one, where there's firearms and all that stuff, you still have it mixing with this very particular magic system that he built in Era 1. So it's really cool to see how technology and magic kind of go together and what they can do combining those two things. So I'm really excited to see how that will work in like the next era that's more, it would be equivalent to our 80s kind of cyberpunk. I'm thinking like Blade Runner kind of feeling, although Blade Runner, the movie came out in the 80s, but it was supposed to be in the future, but that kind of feeling is what I'm kind of picturing and imagining. Sorry, I got interrupted and I don't know what I was saying last, but basically, really excited to read this new era. We've heard Brandon Sanderson read like the first, like a preview of it during one of the cons he was at, and it sounds like so much fun. So really excited, and we want to be there if we can be there for the release of that first book in the next era, which is in 2028. And so if it's a choice between that and one of those Casey and one of those book retreats, that's a hard choice because the con is amazing and we had such a fun time when we went in 2024, so we definitely want to go again. But those book retreats seem like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience, so I don't know that I can save for both. So I guess we'll just have to do what we can, and obviously that's just assuming everything continues as it has been. Oh, got interrupted again. So hopefully we'll be able to do any of those. I would be happy with any of them, but that is the current plan if things don't change. So anyway, that's kind of a tangent, but I saw that this weekend and was really excited about the fact that it even exists, that cool retreat. So I wanted to tell you guys about it because I love that we have diamond painting retreats, and I never thought about it, but book retreats are probably common too, but I've never seen one that's themed around a very specific book series and has a bunch of activities related to that book series during the time you're there, and I just think that's so much fun. Yeah, if I win the lottery between now and then, I might see if they have space available, but speaking of books, I haven't been able to read much at all this week because I have been focusing on that artwork, and I couldn't focus for some reason when I was listening to a book, so I still haven't started The Seven Rings by Nora Roberts. I think I have 8 or 7 days left on my hold for that one, so I need to get to it. Maybe I can start reading it tonight. And then the next one popped up in Libby, which is gonna be, oh, what is it? Oh, I forgot. Anyway, another Libby book popped up that I'm excited to read. It was the What Happens in Amsterdam book that I told you guys about because it was Michaela's copy of it that showed up after she returned it once book club was over. So I have that one to read. And I think this month, March, I am going to focus on finally finishing book 6 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I have been stalled on for a while because I keep getting Libby books, but I don't know if I'm ever going to stop getting Libby books. And there's definitely, if I'm quick about it, I can read it in between reading some of the ones that pop up in Libby. So I'm going to focus more on that. And we are at the next section for Cersei, so I need to read the next section of that, which is exciting. So I have a lot of reading to do. I also have a lot of diamond painting to do. I am a bit sad that I couldn't get farther on any of my paintings this month. It just wasn't a very diamond painting heavy month, but it is the shortest month of the year, so I'll have more time in literally every other month moving forward. I don't know if I'm going to kit up anything new for a while because I just kitted up Chocolate Dream. So I have 3 whips in my rotation, and I kind of like that number. So I'm not sure if I'll add another one to it anytime soon, but there are some events coming up that I want to participate in, and one of those is Mini DP Madness that's happening in March this month. And I think I could probably squeeze in a mini Dazzle set for that because they don't take very long. So I could just, I haven't ever done this, but it might be kind of fun to like open up the bag of drills for one color and do that one color across all the mini Dazzles in that set, and then go to the next color and do them all by color. That could be one way to speedrun it. It might be fun. Usually I just do mini Dazzles one at a time, so I don't know. We'll see. What it comes down to is that I want to diamond paint a lot more in March if I can than I did in February, basically. Also, I got those new art supplies and I really have been wanting to try them out. I'm definitely feeling more in an art mood lately than I have in a while, so I feel like I should jump on that when I can, because if I don't feel like I'm in the mood for it, then I'm not able to complete things. That's just the way my brain works. So luckily I've been in the mood for it lately because I had that project to finish for work and I finished it. So now I feel like I'm a little bit back in my art groove when I hadn't been able to finish anything for a while, It's nice to have a finish again and know that I can still do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to update you guys on. Oh, so my eldest, Sam, got some really exciting news that she has been accepted into an internship abroad. So later on in the summer, she will get to go to Wales for a whole month for a law internship there. And it's so awesome. I'm so excited for her. I really want to go visit while she's in Wales. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, that is like the whole British Isles is a place that I have always wanted to go and visit and just have never had the opportunity. And now that she's going to be there, it's such a good excuse to be like, oh, gotta go visit Sam, gotta go help Sam set up in Wales, But again, I feel like that would be a pretty expensive trip, and I'm already going to the retreat that same month. So I just don't think it's gonna be feasible, but I'm so excited for her that she gets to do that. I think it's an amazing opportunity and it's gonna be such a cool thing to experience. I can't wait to hear all about it from her. And I'm so proud of her that she gets to do things like that. She is going to turn 24 this month. So, oh, my heart, you guys. I'm so proud. But also, can't believe how fast that went. Fletcher's birthday is right after that. He's an April Fool's baby. So, he wants to have his birthday party. I can't remember if I've mentioned this on the channel yet, but he wants to have his birthday party here at the house and do a 24-hour readathon, which is going to be such a blast. I'm so excited. Oh, one of those didn't come out. There we go. So we're all just going to sit around and read, and it's going to be a good time. That's not until the beginning of next month, though. So I'm looking forward to that coming up. And Fletcher's going to be 22. Like, what is happening? I won't tell you how old I just turned. Old enough to have a 24 and a 22-year-old, we'll just say. But I'm still such a kid at heart, if you haven't noticed. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I am fully embracing it. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and continue diamond painting, and I'll probably film the rest as a time lapse for you guys. But I don't think I have much else to update you on right now, because I've been nose to the drawing board literally this whole week. So I will just speed run the rest of this for you guys, and I will catch you at the end probably to close out this vlog, because I think I want to go ahead and post it tomorrow if I can get it edited in time. Who knows? If not, maybe I'll post it Tuesday. I don't usually do that, but what's the worst YouTube can do to me, you know? And then next weekend, I should have my month in review for you, which I've already filmed what this kit looked like yesterday. So now I need to do that for my other two kits so that I don't work on them until I've filmed how they were on February 28th for my month in review. But yeah, gonna keep going from here, and I'll catch up with you later. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot. I was gonna go ahead and do a tag with you guys because I was tagged. Okay, backstory is I always forget about the mentions section of YouTube Studio. And I recently went in there and saw that I was tagged by Tiffany, and actually I was gonna watch her video anyway. So I saw it, I just happened to see it as that video was posted, but I was tagged by Tiffany to do a Fandom February tag. Fandom February is an event that is hosted by Sarah at Caffeine Queen Crafts, and she came up with these tag questions, and Tiffany answered them, and then I was one of the ones that Tiffany tagged to do the tag. And what better time than right now, while I'm diamond painting anyway, to sit down and do the tag. Now, the problem is that for tags, I usually plan out in advance what my answers are going to be, because I am the kind of person that freezes up when I don't have time to think about the answer to something. And I will undoubtedly forget a lot of things that I would have wanted to say. But we're going to do it this way and see how it goes. Maybe it's fun to like fly by the seat of my pants and do it that way. The other thing is that I think, if I remember right, a lot of my answers will actually line up with Tiffany's. So it might sound like a broken record for part of it, but we have a lot of fandoms in common, it sounds like. So if you happen to watch hers and then watch mine, you might think I'm copying her for part of it, but no, these are going to be my genuine and honest responses. Question number 1 is, I have to get this in here before I can look at the screen where the questions are. Okay. Question number 1 is, what is your current favorite fandom? And I'm probably just going to have to go with the Cosmere, which is Brandon Sanderson's novel world. It's an interconnected planetary system, which a lot of his stories take place within. And I love the Cosmere and all of those books. So that's probably my top favorite fandom that gets me the most excited. Number 2 is, what is your first fandom? Or what was your first fandom? I guess the very, very, very first one is probably My Little Pony. I am an 80s kid, so as far back as I can remember, I was drawing My Little Ponies in my spare time and collecting My Little Pony toys whenever I could, and pretending I was a pony at recess. And so My Little Pony's probably the very first fandom I was in, but also the other, to a lesser extent, the other 80s cartoons that were around at the time. I loved He-Man, I loved Rainbow Bright and Strawberry Shortcake, all those kind of 80s cartoons I was a big fan of. If we're talking more like into my teen years, I would say Star Trek. I was a big Star Trek fan. I still am. And at the time, it would have been both The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, which are still my favorite two Star Treks, especially Deep Space Nine. And then when I got a little bit older, it was Highlander the series, which is still my second favorite series ever. And I'm so excited for the new movie coming out. I'm hoping they do a good job with it. And Henry Cavill's in it, so it should be good one way or another. I probably forgot something in there, but question number 3, what's a fandom you're embarrassed you ever liked? I don't know that I have any of those, because you love what you love, and I don't think you should feel embarrassed about it. But then again, I don't feel like I was ever into anything that is embarrassing to have been into. I don't know. I was never really into, like, I think Tiffany's answer was Twilight, but I was never really super into Twilight, so I don't have that as an answer. So I don't know. I don't think I have a good answer for that one. Number 4. Oh, see, okay, we're gonna have to go back to number 2, you guys, because I, of course, forgot a major first fandom that is still one of my favorites today, and that's Disney. Because it's just like, I don't even think of it as a fandom, it's just like a big part of my life. So I have to add that one because I feel like that should really be in there. This is why I try to plan these tags out ahead of time, but there you go. Disney. And then I also remembered that Care Bears was one of my huge favorites when I was little. So there you have it. All right. Now, where were we? We were back at number 4. What fandom has sparked the most creativity in you? Ooh. I'm going to have to say My Little Pony for that one, actually. And we're talking about the My Little Ponies that were like from the 80s. That style was the one that I was most into as a kid. But then when I got my very first digital drawing tablet, I was already an adult. I already had my kids, and I joined DeviantArt, and there was a whole My Little Pony fandom within DeviantArt that was drawing Pony Sonas and My Little Pony Adopts and things like that. And I got into that whole, I guess, community there on DeviantArt. So I was drawing a ton of ponies in kind of my own style, but also closer to the more updated My Little Pony show style with Twilight Sparkle and stuff. It was more similar to that. I never did watch that show, so I can't say that I was in the fandom for that version of My Little Pony that show is, but the My Little Pony fandom in general, even as an adult, I was a big part of that in the art world. So I think that's probably the one that sparked my creativity the most, because I was doing so much artwork revolving around that fandom. Okay, what is the next question? Has a fandom ever broken you? I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to go with, and I think this might have been Tiffany's answer, I'm gonna have to go with Firefly, because, or maybe that was her answer for a different one, I don't know. Firefly broke me because the fandom collected too late to save the show, and I'm still sad about it. Like, that is literally one of the best shows that's ever been created, subjectively, of course. I'm so sad that it ended before its time. I am happy that the fandom was able to come together and fund the movie Serenity that came afterwards, and that was completely fan-funded on Indiegogo, I think. And I'm so glad that that happened because it did manage to wrap things up in a pretty satisfying way. Well, some parts of it were satisfying and other parts were devastating, going back to the which fandom has broken you. But I am just really sad we didn't get more time with that world and those characters. However, number one, it didn't get a chance to get bad, so that part's good. Like, it only got one season and only 14 episodes, and not one of them was a bad episode. So if the show had gone on for several more seasons, I'm sure we'd have had some bad ones in there, but I feel like the good ones would have made up for it. The second thing I wanted to say about that is that there is something happening on social media right now where Nathan Fillion, and Tiffany has been sending me these reels from Nathan Fillion going around to different actors who were in the original Firefly show, and he's knocking on their door and saying, "It's time," and they're like solemnly nodding along and like, "Okay, we're ready." And so everybody's like, what do you mean? Like that meme of Jennifer Lawrence where she's on Hot Ones and she's kind of crying and going, "What do you mean?" Everyone in the fandom is like, "What is happening?" And they've said it's not anything to do with their podcast. It's not a crossover. It's, we don't know what it is. So we are anxiously awaiting what they're talking about. I don't know if it's like a reunion show or something like that. But if it was some kind of reboot or sequel or new movie, I would probably lose my ever-loving mind, you guys. So we'll see what happens with that. I am definitely watching that closely and waiting to see because, yeah. Please? Okay, number 6. What is the most niche fandom you've ever been a part of? That's a tricky one to explain. So we're going back to my DeviantArt days. I think Highlander the series is probably a pretty niche fandom just because it's an older show and I don't know how many people have seen it. It's so good though. The movie's not so great. The series was so good. Anyway, so that's pretty niche, but I think even more niche than that is the original Species fandom on DeviantArt. So, like I said, I was a big part of DeviantArt for several years. And one of the big things that I got into when I was on DeviantArt is the original Species world, where a creator or a group of creators would come up with a new kind of creature, and they have specific rules for what their designs can be like and, what their species components are. And then what happens is those creators will create adopts of their species and then make an art role-playing game that includes those species. So ARPGs is probably my most niche fandom. And ARPGs can vary a lot in what's involved with them, but usually they have some kind of way to progress through trials with your character. Once you have purchased an official character that is part of the species in that ARPG, you have to draw them doing specific things, like whatever the requirements are, to earn rewards. And then you can earn special mutations for your character or special awards that allow your character to have certain abilities and stuff like that. So basically, it's a role-playing game, but in order to participate, you have to draw your character doing different things, or you have to draw them with other people's characters, and it's a really fun way to utilize your original characters. You can also get customs a lot of the time. So the creator will offer custom slots, and then you can tell them how you want your character to be designed, and then they'll design the character that way for you. So it's a huge thing on DeviantArt, and I was part of one of the bigger ARPGs there. and I was a mod for them, and I was an official artist for them for a long time. And so that is definitely a very niche fandom. I actually have a video on my old art channel that I don't post on anymore that talks about ARPGs. If you guys are, if I've piqued your interest on what those are, I can go ahead and I'll try to remember to link to that video in the description if you guys want to go check out that video and see what these characters were that I'm talking about. And that video also kind of explains better than I just did what an ARPG is. So I don't know. If that's interesting to you, I'll try and remember to link it below. Okay, next. Have you ever been in a fandom with a lot of unintentional drama that went off the rails? What fandom doesn't, really? That happens all the time in the diamond painting community. I don't know if the diamond painting community is a fandom per se, but I would definitely... Oh man, I missed some L's right there. I would definitely count it in that category. But the ARPG one had major drama all the time. So that was a big one. And then similar to what Tiffany said in her video, I have been playing The Sims since the first game came out, The Sims 1. And so there has been so much drama in that community. The community is pretty toxic. I never did do a whole lot of interacting with the Sims community at large. And when I've seen them post comments on Sims content and stuff, they can be pretty toxic. So I'm glad I wasn't ever super involved. The most I was involved in the Sims community is back when Sims 3 was the most recent game. I was posting a Sims 3 story on WordPress, where you take pictures of what happens in your game and then write a story to go along with it. And I did like a whole 15 generation storyline based on my Sims. I guess that's a pretty niche fandom to be part of too, but that is the most I ever interacted with the Sims community. And I feel like it's a sub community within the Sims community that doesn't really exist much anymore, because I feel like that was right before people got into doing more play-alongs on YouTube and stuff. And I feel like that's now the more common way to interact and tell stories with your Sims game. Rather than writing stories, people do the video versions of that. All right, and then question number 8 is the last question. And it's, which of your fandoms has brought you the most friends, online or IRL or both? That is a toss-up. I think it's it's between the Sims one I was just talking about from the stories, because I became friends with a lot of other Sims writers and we're still friends to this day, or the ARPG one. I have some really good friends from that. However, the reason I stopped doing that was because I had a falling out with some of the people involved in that ARPG. So I don't talk to all of them anymore, but I still do have some friends that I met during that time in my life. And then definitely, I think right now, the diamond painting community would win this one, just because it's my current fandom that I'm actively in. So I have a lot more people that I talk to on the daily about diamond painting than pretty much anything else. I feel like diamond painting takes the win here, unless you count YouTube as like a fandom, but I wouldn't. I think I would narrow it down more than that. So yeah, diamond painting wins. Okay, guys, that is my Fandom February tag. I am going to tag a couple of people because I don't think I've seen a lot of people do this one. So I would like to tag Michaela Renee, Katie Diamonds and Washi, and Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, Courtney. And so if you guys want to do it, you have been officially tagged. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. And then if any of you watching would like to answer any of these questions in the comments or on your own videos, if you have a channel, please consider yourself tagged as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back to filming this in time lapse, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, friends, I'm getting this bad boy vlog edited for you guys. It's gonna be a long one. I hope you don't mind long vlogs. I don't usually make it to this amount, but I had that tag in there and just wanted to update you guys on some things. I guess I had more to say than I thought. But now it's time to finally close it out and say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me all the way to the end, and I will DAC you in my next video. Bye, everybody.